Again.
How?
Good.
Action.
Sanmanani, Dumelang Bahlali, welcome to another episode of What Keeps You Going with Them Jollies.
Yeah.
My name is Tulisile Motawa Mjali. Angihambing yedwa ke Bahlali.
Baba wezinja.
You guys should know by now ngihamba ne-author.
Yeah. Hey.
The one and only. Author yedumo.
Hey, uzwazi sekulate. Lapha usengeke usathola neselfie ke. Lapha ngisaphendula ne-comment yakho. Awuyisize ufamiliarize nomuntu akamshali kusema.
Right on the wave.
Yebo.
Yeah, sisekhona isikhathi.
Yeah.
Oh guys, hey, Sasha Spangan. Anyway guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode. If you are new here guys, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.
Yeah.
And for our returning subbies, thank you so much guys. Thank you for the word of mouth. The family is growing smaller, but we're gonna get there. Slowly but surely, yes. So in today's episode, we're gonna be touching on Istor Saga Sophia Tshabalala. Yeah. She was one of the guests.
No, I doubt.
She'll have to confirm.
Yeah.
I think Tshabalala in Tsonga and Tshabalala in Zulu are maybe totally different. I don't know.
Never.
Yeah, anyway, sonke singabantu basemzansi.
Is that possible?
Probably. Abo Tshabalala, give us clarity down below. Mo Tshabalala, give us clarity there. Yeah. So guys, basically we had her. And Naya, she told us her story, and I think you should know the drill by now, guys. If you haven't seen her interview, I would suggest that you best go pop in on her interview and watch, her whole story, and then you come back here and hear what we thought about it. Right? So yeah. So without any further ado, guys, I'm gonna give Ubaba with Anipenji. I'm a ngampu. Yeah. Based on her story, yes.
So story saga Sophia, I think she's short, She's short. Umite yena ex-husband yakhe. They actually went to the same high school. So I'm a high school sweetheart. I think they met when she was 14. So you can imagine from 14.
Sure.
All lovey-dovey and all that, Nobuntombi bakhe wabluza to the guy, So each other's first,
wow.
I think it's a fairy tale we all
typical.
Ube my first, maybe your first, Which you've never experienced being with someone else,
But
you never compare me with baby.
Or is that what you do?
Yeah?
Is that what you do?
No, that's not what I do. I'm just saying.
But what does that mean?
Some relationships suffer because of that.
Comparison.
Yeah, comparison.
Hi, guys. But who does that?
No, especially if your partner, ageko, ikemi akayiko la papezo. Umuntu ubuzwa athi hey azi exambe yingili dlaliso kwebhola kodwa ha mase kuthiwa go fries chips yabona ukamera wethu namhlanje ayazi indaba yama chips umuntu odila ke ngamakota bakuthiwa go fries ama chips bathi mawuthe crispy ukushanga crispy mawuthi ufuna lawa athambile lawa tap ukushanga ngaso. So now issue now. But as to the saga butomi, it wasn't the case, Antona. They were each other's first, but Tandana, Baeva City Bonke, they worked for the same company.
Oh wow.
They dated for 9 years. Only to be married for 8 months. Imagine. So but dated for 9 years. Tema baqeda ukushada, bathola ingane, kwaba nama issues nama in-laws. Kuba more than that, kwaba ne-issue ye boyfriend or husband yakhe mase bahlala bonke. Umuntu sekayaphulwa off ama disappearing eggs akakhuluma naye. I think one event that broke her was when husband yakhe yavela disappear ilanga lonke. Angazi ukuthi kuphi, angazi ukuthi bayikhulumanga namuntu kuze kushaba u2 ngentatha. Umuntu akakabuye endlini. So she had to call i-tracker, bamthola ukuthi ukuphi usempumalanga. But like sikhuluma like a distance of 4 hours away from their home. lo muntu bekathi akanamali endlini athi akuna next hayi mampara kuyancengwa but sekathola ule eMampumalanga.
Excuse, I'm going to cut you there.
Yeah.
Did you switch on the mic?
Yeah, I switch on.
Oh, excuse. Ngicine icimile.
Kuleka kanti ngubani? Nathi maqala ngathi ngubani? Ngubaba wazo.
All right. I was just checking that.
So, ngiyangithola.
Yeah.
So kwaba yilokho ke bamthola ke abantu betrack. Uma bamthola bamangele bathi nithi lo muntu ulahlekile.
Sure.
Lo muntu ujilele kamnandi ama picnic vibes.
Hayibo.
Hey wena. Hey, yeah, after lapho ke yavele yathi ke zabuya kwaba nama issue nje amaningi. Umuntu uzamtshela nokuthi uhlula ukulokhu njana ngithi uya complaina for upheke complaina for ukulokhu njana ukunakekela ingane ngapha because ubuto omunye wathola umntana through lokhu njana konje nebiza ngani the right terminology.
C-section.
Yeah, C-section. Understand? So uthatha isikhathi okay, so they couldn't be intimate. Athola ukuthi akamtretshana ukuthi we live just near ilokhu njana student accommodation. I can go there and find
guys.
Noma bani when ulibela. Ngithola so got to that point. Yeah, and for her sanity and for well-being yakho ubudomo, you know what? As much as I don't have a plan beyond this part, ngiyaphuma la. Because ngizoshonela khona la umuntu akhona kana ndaba, and then she did that, you know, but that was not the end of it, you know. Even after doing that i-health yakhe yaqhubeka yadeteriorate, you know, depression, yafika mental issues. That's why she's so much advocate for my mental issues, because she's been there and so she's been through that, you know. But ngamandla kaNkulunkulu, even when she wanted to take her own life, uNkulunkulu wa come through for her, you understand? Wathola usiza idingayo. I think it was Rema
Bible Church.
At on her way athi ukuthi driver off the bridge. Imoto yakhe nje ekuthela, mayimethela lapho next to Rema Bible Church, and then that's how yangithola.
Sure.
Asinde ngakhona, and was into ebuhlungu ukuthi her dad died through that
Suicide
yangithola. And
so she was also contemplating.
Yeah.
After the husband did all those things.
Space leso. And I can imagine mama you lose husband.
Through that, and then your daughter.
Ngenxa nje yendoda, imagine. Ngenxa yomunye umuntu nje stranger oshayisana naso siyela le.
Guys, like, why do we do this to each other though? Like, you know, it's very sad finding someone who just promises you heaven on earth, and you know you literally leave and forsake all others, you know, only for them to treat you like that. You know, imagine the 9 years yomjolo and the 8 months lona yomshado. Does that even make sense, guys? You know, it made me think, and it made me have a question yokuthi, we are all not husband and wife material. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think I'm right as I'm a boyfriend, nama girlfriends. Yeah. Astalelanga guys umshado sonke. Because I mean, ichazana ukuthi sijole for 9 years ube a good boyfriend as begam describe.
Ngoba bagcine beshadile phela kusho khona
behamba kahle, because I think if not emjoleni bokubheda, it wouldn't have gotten there. Yes, there are cases where people would get married to people although baba bona ukuthi banjani, you know. But in her case chaza khona ukuthi umjolo uhambile, and you should hear how she passionately speaks about their relationship. It was beautiful, guys. It was like beautiful. So what baffles me, okay, now we transition, singena into this marriage, and then you do that in a space of 8 months. What happened there? Like what could have been the problem, you know? And also I think we take lightly in the mental health. Nabantu esishada nabo or esizwana nabo. Hence I'm always saying I just wish that we could all just have a counseling, not as couples before we get into the marriage, but as individuals, just to have a check-in, you know, because as much as singena in the marriage, we both are from different worlds, and cinema baggage we're different. We've suffered different things, So I might be from where I am. I'm carrying umthwalo wami, nama traumas wami as a child, and I'm getting into this new, marriage that, I would have to deal with such things. So if my mechanisms of coping with such things, then they would lead to me wanting to commit suicide like she did, And imagine, Gusi, in that whole spectrum, she was going to have to leave umntanabo. And I'm thinking now she sits back and she looks, back and she's like, was that even worth it? What could have happened if I, did that? Because now she's probably like moving on with her life, living, maybe not, it might not be the best, it might be the best. And, she didn't take her life. Umtanake is grateful to have mommy here with him and things like that. But I don't think she's strong kangako, many of us, just like her, njengoba bekaseduze nokucommit the suicide, So, guys, inzima, I think, indaba yemishado.
Ufuna iskin esidick. Ufuna ungena udick.
And which we all don't have. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if bekuthiwa maniya ku-magistrate nithi niyoproposa ukushadana, kube nje umthetho obhalwa phansi ukuthi as couples you need to go for counselling, you need to sort out your issues, then uthole certificate salokho. Before you get into it, kube clear ukuthi you are okay mentally and you will know how to cope nezimo ozobhekana nazo, because it's really a lot, guys. Like iziningi izinto, guys, ezishayayo, and lento ishoyo ukuthi you need to have a thick skin, but it's not everyone who has a thick skin.
But you must have a thick skin. That's the key word. But thick.
Not literally, though. Not literally.
But in the you will never prepare for that. That's the
no, you can never prepare for it, right? Just as much as we go for marital counselling. What? Oh, wait. Let me finish my point. Why do we go for marital counselling then?
Yeah, but wife ube thick skin ukuthi noma uthi uzama ukukhuluma uyangena emlonyeni ufuna ukujwayele naleyo into yakho na ke. But into engishoyo mina ukuthi funeke wazi mfethu ukuthi akudlalwa la. Lana siyabuya mfethu kuyashukwana. I think abantu bangena ngomqondo ukuthi this is where we're going to have fun. This is where you're going to be happy. Yangithola. Kanti la kuyasetshenzwa la. Kuyasetshenzwa. Mawubona amadoda econtract uwandlula lapha yalela bheke phezulu ngelanje. Asuke into esezayo ke la. Lana ufike ugqoka amaguzu, lokeze ugqoka amahila. Hayi. Ngomkhalaja ngisathanda ugqoka ihila. Lana ushaya ihila ushaya kick and boboza ziyabuya la. So mina I believe kunama different stages, right? You can get the certificate saka grade 1. Doesn't mean ukuthi uzoba right ku grade 2. So abantu uthola certificate saka grade 1 ayitshela ukuthi ku enough. Yangithola. Kanti grade 2 nama challenges wamasha sha. Yangithola, as much as you've moved from grade 1 to grade 2 and as much as you've grown, but still kunamanye ama-issue alapho. So iba open to that, iba open ukuthi ziningi izinto ezizokushaya, but mawune spirit sokulwa. Yabo just like was manje ukuthi as much as ngizoya esikoleni ngithole degree nosebenza, for me to be successful kumele ngibe extraordinary, kumele ngibe ne determination, kumele ngibe lento ukuthi persistent, yangithola yonke into engiyifunayo. But abantu masifika emshadweni, we don't do that. And 90% of our life it revolves around that.
Which is exactly my point.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point.
So,
I'm saying, Gusimina, why don't we arm ourselves with those mechanisms before getting into it?
But you can't. That's a problem.
But then, baby, you're not answering my question. Then why do we go for marital counselling? What's the point of us going for marital counselling?
In marital counselling, iktata, ikpushe to a certain point. There's nothing in medical counselling from a reality.
True.
So in marital counselling is for a theory, but you to experience a log na log. But I'm a practical that individual.
True.
So you find there's nothing wrong with the counselling. Just the individual corner la. Kona abantu abangama quitters. You understand? Ungena emshadweni ne mawubheka zonke izinto zakhe lifeini. Isikolo akaqedanga, kuba bamfaka kumakhosi amaningi akaqedanga, bamfaka ukuthi ngisho ne-driver's license akazange waze wayithola. You understand? So you can imagine umuntu onjalo mawubheka ilokhu irecord lakhe lokuthi yonke into ayenzayo iyakhwitha. Makangena emshadweni, what are the chances ukuthi uzoyenza the same thing? Yangithola. So now into ekumele siyazi singabantu ukuthi prepare for umshado uwazi, but more than that, no ukuthi mawungena lapha kunama experiences azoshintsha wena uqobo. And hayi ukuthi mabi lawo experiences lawo. Yangithola. It's because that's life. Yangithola. So now thina siya ngalomqondo ukuthi u expect her to be heard from all other areas of your life, but emshadweni wakho. And mase kwenzeka emshadweni wakho lapho khona iba painful because ngoba we expectanga lapho. Ukwabona mawulumile kubhlungu kanjani. Not ukuthi usuku ugamula ulimi or anything, but because in your head you weren't ready for that pain. Even libe kubhlungu. So I think that's what happens emshadweni. You understand? Sithi masikena singa expect lo pain mayishaya kakhulu ukuthi hawo. Fithi wazi ukuthi ngikhule kanjani. Yangithola. Wazi ukuthi umama wami bekatreata kanjani. Yabo ubaba wami bekatreata kanjani umama wami. Yangithola. Wena uwe futhi ungibeka isandla. Yeah, you understand how painful that is.
And also I think Mjali, with you saying that, don't take away accountability from people, because I feel like sometimes this might be interpreted as you saying when you get into it you need to expect 1, 2 and 3 it's gonna happen to you. You know, like sesingena vele sinama shield. You know, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. People should learn to be accountable for izindaba zenzayo. Don't go into it when I'm gonna do this and that because I'm a man. You know, I mean, like isn't like cheating, for example, normalized emadote. You know, so mawuso ungena ngale mentality manje uthi umntana abantu ayenzeni. You know, you guys had vows, you made promises and stuff like that, and then. But somehow, no, sisi, what were you expecting? You understand? So, I hear what you're saying, but guys, angazi yini le esukushintsha but masebangena emshadweni ukuthi kuba nzima kuphi ukuthi stick to our vows. You know, like if you feel like I always make a reference of this gospel artist, guys, which I cannot mention. And I know we're always debating about this, but if you feel you cannot do this, I'm gonna hurt you. You know, cut it. You know, because manje uzobangela umntana abantu ama mental issues izinto akadanga angazi experience umthatha umntana abantu amuhle from kubo umthembisa izulu nomhlaba afike emshadweni abuye nje sekayenye into. There's somebody engizwile ukuthi bathi uthi umshado will make you look a certain way. So, you know, those are the kind of things that we're trying to fix, you know. Uguti guys, let's not normalize izinto ezikanjalo ukuthi umshado uzokushaya ube a certain color, umshado uzokwenza ini, you know. So, yes, ama challenges mawabe khona. You understand? But makube ama challenges man are fair, guys. And kuba ama challenges alethwa yimpilo more than anything than us ourselves inflicting pain on each other. Yeah. You know, I mean that's really my wish nje endabeni yomshado ukuthi akube I challenge ukuthi there was unemployment, there was a disability, there was you know, bankruptcy or whatever. We had to, what is this, money, when you're starting, you know, from scratch to downgrade, you know, my challenges, all the time, but things that you don't have control over. But I isn't as a good manager when a song you're gonna find I'm a student if I don't do this and that.
If I lose my job, how does it manifest good relationship yethu? Kugcina kuba yimi. Is either ngikhuluma now saying more critical, more or saying more abusive. So still ibuya kuwe uba a certain individual. As much as yenzeke ngaphandle. Yenze ukuthi uluze umsebenzi ube lokho retrench and stuff and so on. More than that, mase sifikisa ukuthi i-affecta kanjani, how does it manifest emshadweni, ufanda ukuthi i-manifesta kithi as an individual. So and amacho side too, either ubona as enemy lami okubona njengomuntu olimele engazama ukuthi siweke through. Ngoba one thing I've discovered ne ubuhead bakho life uzobona mase unomuntu life yakho.
Sure.
Izinto boyitshela ukuthi over zona. Izinto boyitshela ukuthi yangithola
100%.
But uthi right ukuthi you are not a favorite sibling endlini yangithola. Mase ushadile seziyavela lezi ukuthi actually it didn't heal from that, understand? Ziyakulimaza, your parents didn't give you the love that you needed yangithola. So khona into ebuhlungu ukuthi you can never anticipate the type of issues of ukudila and yinto enza umshado ubenzima.
Hence, Mina, I'm saying, Uguti, isn't this fun in counselling? As much as they are theoretical, but in a way they give you an idea of what to expect. Rather than, Uguti, nyashata, seshata, samben, somona pambili. You understand? Baba
macula badumile ngokuphula inhliziyo. So you never know destiny yakho ukuthi ekubizela yakuthola. So to wow, Adele, you are meant to be Adele.
Wow.
But yeah, I think I think one thing I picked up now.
Yes.
Sophia.
Yes.
Like agana
Nembeza, guys. Nembeza in English, guys.
Conscious.
Conscious, yes.
You cannot put someone through that. Like you, if you look at the case car Juk for example, and I drive him motor, but speed and a bang and back. If you are a guy, we are deserve to jail, but you understand how it got there. Because now we would more drive and a bang and back is strategy.
The same thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are in the strategy is wrong. So Collins don't understand that good life happens. Collins into you like no,
there's no way.
Layers where that guy ilento ukuthi no.
Ayixoxe.
Umka kuhlukunyezwa abantu bakini koqala. Awusho next wena. Awunandaba. Uyihlelele Joburg. Umka kuyatshela dude, I can't even. Ngiyakhumbula wena maqala uthola our first babe. I was like, you know what babe? I'd rather have you uyekini. Umama akusize, you understand? And then uze ngapha at least ingane seyikhulile, and then I think then uzobe songekho as tired, as exhausted yangithola as you would be if ngamele ubhekele umntwana uyi-1 24 hours mina ngiyasebenza and all those things, understand? Imagine even that was not really enough because still you have to take care of umntwana. So imagine if akunamuntu okusiza ngomntwana ne-husband yakhe ayikusiza. So that's one thing I picked up with lo mjita akanawo nembeza at all. Akanawo nembe to allow umfazi wakhe go through that yangithola. Second yabona sebuyela kulento le ukuthi does it work lento ukuthi sithi if injoli isikhathe eside like lento ukuthi khona into ezenza marriage belula ukuthi once isikhathe eside sesazana maseshada.
No, I don't think it works. Obviously, like sizojola for 5 years. In fact, girls these days don't even subscribe to that. I think women want you to make your intentions clear from the onset, you know. Maziti 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, nyana, nyagaza puti. You know, magbeno mnyagazo vela nyana ngethuba bonayo ekhaya kube clear, you know, because I really don't. I also don't get the concept of no, funeka siqale sazane for 10 years.
Yeah. And akukho kwazana sho okwenza ukuthi like lento ukuthi uyashintsha mawumuntu.
You are definitely going to have to learn your partner literally maybe every 5 years, maybe you know others every year you know, so you can never really say that you know your partner 100%.
Wangithi ngithanda impandla yakhumbula like umuntu wempandla. Masuka empandleni ngaya kumakhathi. Asuka ukhathi manje sengumNazaretha. So uyayibona le nto le, you have to go through that. Ulive through that abantu babiza umuntu wakho ngoshembe. Like if family kuphamba side eyes kuthula umuntu wakho. Kuzakalani ngehluthu manje.
As my mom was like, "Umkhonyana ushap." You know, but now she has to accept because I accepted, you know. And now same with you having to
imagine if when about Tanda amajita clean shaven ne but you didn't tell me ukuthi uthanda amajita nempandla ngananywele but ngoba mehlangana was that so you didn't feel the need to express that and then now sekuhamba isikhathi sengiba ilento engiyiyo uyathola
and guys, these are things that actually also contribute to ukuhlukana kwabantu, you know. I remember there was a podcast that I was listening to and say exactly what you're saying. This woman was like, I cannot have you with a beard. You know, I cannot stand men with beard. Just like I cannot, you know, I tolerate, you know, afros. But manga upgrade guys umchild asuyenza dreadlocks. Dreadlock. Kupaling no take guys. Come back to this video and say, wow, sure.
But you know, like,
I guess it's time to
call umsebenzi ukuthi akhona ukubambelela nje. Kodwa sesikhuluma lezo ke lezi zasebusuku zabantu abadala lezo ukuthi lehluthu siza kuphi nje.
So yeah, I think I mean siyashintsha guys, evolve as couples, we grow together and I think these are things that when you're old one day nizohlala pants and look back, you know, at your pictures and laugh together. But baby, you know,
and now only old mangihlangana now, right? And bengithanda ukuthi lentombazane negolide ismala ngamagolide. Abasekho manje. Uyathola so manje socabanga.
Hey, bengismela ngamadola mina guys. Hey, bengismela ngadedora. Bengismela sambe sidora. Yeah, but I got over that phase. Yes.
I don't need the golide. But you told me into attracted kulo ilelo golide.
Serious?
Like khona abantu jo abangimemela ingoma enye kaMaskanda just forgot artist uyathola umuntu akhuluma ngegirlfriend yakhe uthi yamchaza ngoba makasimala usimala ngamagolide so it means a lot to that person when ungayithatha kancane ngithola amagolide nje mawashaya nje wathi.
But yeah, I think also another thing ebakhona kubama issues with weight ne especially with us women like you have kids and then you gain weight and your husband doesn't find you attractive anymore but in those cases I feel some men are unfair. I left her because she was not taking care of herself. She was not doing 1, 2, and 3. Especially because women go through a lot, you know, especially after giving birth, you know. But if need a communication open enough, you know, as my partners, it's okay for you to sit your partner down and say, baby, you know. And also there are also ways. Hey, baby, we're together. All right.
Songs are big mama vibes. Naughty Professor Sweden. Is it Naughty Professor?
Naughty Professor. Yeah. But also that shouldn't also be in a malicious manner. You know, it's important how you deliver the message because such things are very sensitive, especially with us women, you know, but there's a way of your partner, you know, and if you've done or you've hinted and they're not taking hints and then you ungamhlalisa phansi straight umtshele ukuthi sweetie, this is what's happening. You know, more than anything, it's not just about how you look physically, but also your health, you know, it impacted, you know. Same as nami, if sekazongizela nge-dreadlocks, ngizomhlalisa phansi ukuthi putam, I did not sign up for this, you know. So I think abantu they're coming up with excuses amaningi, you know, to do izinto zabo selfish esikhathini esiningi.
Abanye babizwa it's a good relationship so.
Yes.
Senginothokoza gogo manje endlini. Hawu. Bura sisileya baby ngikuthanda. So uthatheni ijeni. Sengisenza ama live uguqile mina ngithi.
Child.
But
so yeah, these are the things. Yes.
We never was umuntu kuphelele. Just thatha izinto. Yabona mina for example mangithatha lezi zinto ukuthi uyangihlonipha, which is what I like. Uyangazi ukuthi ungubani empilweni yakho, uyathola. And then ngiyakwazi ukuthi relationship yakho noNkulunkulu. That was enough for me.
Yes.
I can live with
this. Yes. And I think also the same podcast that I was listening to, the ladies were saying, we always talk about ukubegezela, you know, especially us women. Ay, begezela, hey. So you just choose your battle, guys. you choose your battle emshadweni. At the end of the day, sonke sinama flaws, sonke siyadinga ukubekezelelwa, sonke siyadinga ukubekezela, you know. So I feel ukuthi mina that's that with istory saka Butomi, you know, but I'm glad because in the end she managed to get out of, you know, the marriage and start afresh, you know, and which is, I think, like, if bega umunye umuntu begazo zama ugula, you know, because sometimes you know, especially as women, I cannot give up without a fight. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna try to fix things. I'm gonna.
Go wait. She cut it up on it. It's Kasamba Glen.
Yeah, I did another take actually.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. So because like we women, I'm not gonna give up without a fight. I'm gonna try to save my marriage, and it's really sad.
And one thing she said, right? Imagine no muntu 14, so they had plans when below future plans bafuna babenjani. So it took his courtesy for her to give that up, to say, actually, guys,
yes.
I won't have those locations. So, into believing draw towards this guy, into believing means
our dreams, our plans.
Plan B.
Yeah.
But in future, imagine a future.
Being excluded, yes.
So now having to sit down, go back to it, and think about a different future.
How you're gonna start?
That's daunting for most people. So yaqala lapha yangenza ngarealize abantu abaningi bakuma relationship abakho because the fear of ucabanga a different future.
Yeah.
So ubambelela kule ukuthi ngizoyenza isebenze, we need to do this, we need to get our house, we need to go international, move abroad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
I sign the exes.
Ish.
I say leyo nto leyo. Like into ebuhlungu worse lo muntu lo his her husband, right? Bekumele baye ku trip naye. I think because of work purposes, but they were like, you can bring your spouse as well. Muntu wakho I can't go with you. Mina ngisaba ama flights, ama heights and stuff like that. I cannot fly. Wamshiya. Uthi ke umuntu masekaqala ukumenzela itayela ke seba ku process of separate. Bebasebenza ku same ngithi company but different departments. Uthi ubona ku Facebook umuntu ku flight, at no, it cannot be. Uthi makaya vele office yakhe desk lakhe akekho. Uhambe name side cheeky. So I think intenzima just letting go of those dreams for women.
Yes, for women, yeah, I think because we invest so much, guys, in relationships as women. We invest literally so much. So, but you know, I like the fact that, you know, even after ayazama ukuthi isebenze relationship azange isebenze, she managed to leave the toxic, you know, marriage, and she started over. Right now, she's glowing, she's living her best life. I love it, and she's also still planning to go abroad, ne? Yeah. So that's power right there. That's.
And guys, investment with partner yakho or husband, it means a lot of support emotionally, at times financially. I mean, you to uvele utempete that support investment. You have abantu abaningi basho abesifazana. Bengumsupport nana. Umsupporta ngani? Hayi khuluma ke lokho asikhulumi ngemomozi masithi support guys. Sikhuluma ngokuthi ube there for noma ngabanga financially. Yangithola. For example,
but just being there.
Yes, for me ukuthi ngibe able ukubhala incwadi yami. You had to take care of a lot of things with our household because umsebenzi wami uyademanda mangibuye ekhaya ufune ngiwork on my book. So lokho for me to be able to do that when I had to work extra hours nabantwana ukuthi ngibuye spend cards nabantwana ngurelieve, I wasn't doing any of that. So you were investing his time sakho, you were investing your sanity because abantwana bangakuhlanyisa.
It's taxing.
Yangithola ungaye ward bani abangwazi ama ward eThembisa but lakho ungazithola lapho ngenxa yabantwana yangithola. But that's investment.
Yeah.
Yangithola masikhuluma ukuthi we invested in me. As your husband. No,
but besides that, like, I mean, like, and we always talk about this, Mjali, like, me giving birth to your kids, it's enough investment already.
To your kids? To our kids?
Yes, it's our kids, but I have to carry them. 9 months. It's taxing physically, it's taxing mentally. Masebakhona la, the first 3 months yomntwana emhlabeni, guys, it's the most hectic.
Yeah, that one.
You know, so as
Especially
women,
about breastfeeding.
don't take away that, especially when you're breastfeeding. I mean, I breastfed both my kids. I'm still breastfeeding even today.
This woman, because of that.
So you understand what we
Ngithanda
mean.
kuze buye uJesu, just because of watching her go through that. Ukushintsha abantwana umuntu ongalali because abantwana bethu baqala ukudla late because basingafuna bafida early besifuna kubancela. So imagine umuntu olibele uyavuka every 2 hours funeka umncelisa. Ekseni funeke kuye emsebenzini, I understand.
Yeah.
So she is my superwoman because of that.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Mina mankuluma about, you know, women investing so much, you know, and yes, and also men need, you know, support nabo. I mean, actually both parties. If you decide to get in a relationship, you need to invest in each other at the end of the day. So yeah, I think that's what I took from Istora Saga Butomi, and I'm glad she's living her best life. She also has a YouTube channel, Second Chances with Sophia, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, she covers mostly issues with depression, and I think currently she's gonna do some people who wanna do traveling, who live abroad and have careers there. So please do check it out.
When a couple somehow quite a guy shooting like this old mate to someone
on a channel. That was very interesting. Then the title was "I Found My Soulmate 24 Hours After Divorcing." So your soulmate might be married to someone. That's basically what they say. They might be somebody's husband or wife, but they are your soulmate. Kunzima, guys. Kunzima. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much again for tuning in. It's always nice having you guys, and hoping we're gonna be seeing you guys very soon. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. For now, it is Zekete.
Angisho kanjani Zekete?
Kanjani?
Awuthi Zekete.
Ubuza yithi sekufundisa.
Alright.